Welcome to another edition of INN CEO Talks. Joining me today is Catalin Kilofliski, the CEO of Goldplay Mining, which is listed on the TSX Venture under the symbol AUC. Goldplay Mining is a Vancouver-based junior mining company that is exploring two world-class districts for gold and copper. The first project is in British Columbia's Golden Triangle in the northwest corner of the province along the Alaska border. The company's Scottie West gold project sits in the same region as the Scottie Teuton and Castle properties and in the same area or proximity as Premier, Red Mountain, and Brucejack mines. The company's second project is the Portugal copper and gold exploration application, which includes 4 prolific gold and copper projects, including 3 past producing mines. The company just listed on the TSX Venture just weeks ago. And joining me now is Catalin Kilofliski. Catalin, welcome.
Thank you so much, and what a pleasure to be on your show here and actually tell for the first time our story. You know, we are very excited to be listed on TSX as a newly listed company. We've been through this process for a few months now, but we're grateful of the support we receive from shareholders, and we are more than happy to start and debut the trading here with the big and ambitious plan that we have for our company.
Well, I understand that you were oversubscribed on your initial offering. Is that because you've assembled such an impressive team that understands the properties that you're exploring right now?
That's a very good question. So let me put you back a little bit of time of how we come about creating Goldplay. So I was involved in the mining space for about 20 years. I was lucky enough to be part of some very successful ventures. My most recent one was Tudor Gold, that's listed on TSX. I joined the company alongside the geologist there, Ken Conkin, when the company was worth about $30 million. Together with Ken, we grew that to about $600 million today, and we're not far from that project. And having been, that was not my only success. I had more successes in the past. Having gone through that, I realized that I want to do a success where we'll handpick everything from investors, management team, and the best projects we can get. So that was my ambition. You know, it was a big, bold ambition to start from scratch by handpicking all those things. And here we are. You know, we have a company where all the members in the board are highly successful people in the mining space. All the people in the board have skin in the game per se. They own shares in the company. They invested dollars in the company. So they devote their time and energy to the company. And we've been fortunate enough to handpick a really great project that sits in a proximity of some past producing mining Golden Triangle, but most importantly, never been worked on. And people will say, well, why it has never been worked on? Very easy. This was glacier terrain. It still is glacier terrain. But the beauty about the project is every year, about 90 meters vertically, the new land is being exposed. So it's not until the recent years that the geologists had the chance to look at those projects and realize that are big, huge veins and rusty surface and gossames on surface begging for exploration. So we are very fortunate to amass a very good project there. And the most beautiful thing, first to explore it. It's I can't be more excited about, to be honest with you.
So where exactly are you at in exploration of that property?
So that project, again, is seen basically little to no exploration. There was an airborne survey that was done last year. It provides some guidance. And we've had a field trip last year with some top geologists that got us really, really excited. People want to read more about the project, they can go to our website. Under the report section, we have a technical report, a 4311 technical report. It's available. Also on our website, there are a lot of pictures of the project and very easy and obvious veins and rusty surfaces that we're just about to explore. So, you know, this will be our first ever exploration program on the project.
So do you have a schedule right at the moment for putting drills in the ground?
So, you know, we get that question a lot. When are we going to be drilling? The beauty about what we're trying to do, we're going to work with the best of everything. That's my goal. So we've been fortunate to attract some very experienced geologists here that are going to be working with us for the project and for the program. First step is a bunch of surface sampling and data collection and hopefully some channel sampling. We've budgeted roughly $400,000 to $500,000 this year to spend on that program, which may not sound like a lot of money, but when you look at spending it just on those things, it's actually a lot of money. The judges were saying, well, we're gonna have to grab a lot of samples here, but that's the objective. The objective is to do a very thorough exploration program this summer with the hope that we'll generate drill targets for next year.
So when we take, sorry to jump in there.
No problem. I was saying that what that entails for investors, that we're going to have a news flow here later in the summer with results from the project.
So what is your long-term objective with this project? If it plays out or pans out as you anticipate it will, do you envision building this out, or can you see vending into a major?
So look, I think the first thing is first. We want to first aim for a discovery, right? And I think this is a very big goal that we have. Can we make a discovery here? And the more I talk to geologists, the more I share this story, and the more I get the feedback from people, even like Ken Kongi, who knows this area from the back of his pocket. He's very excited, and he even said, well, you don't know what you got. And he made a comment like, geologists working on those projects is like men on the moon. You are able as a geologist to work on land that's never been worked on or exposed. And to the extent of about 90 meters every year vertically, they have new free ground that's never been worked on. So, my hope is really to make a discovery here together with the geologist team. And then to the extent we do that, we will then be able to raise additional capital to drill this resource and then eventually, to a project that's economical. But, we are starting very low. Our market cap and listing is, call it $6 million. So that's an opportunity for investors to get in and share our joy, hopefully, as we go and explore this project.
Okay, so the Golden Triangle, this project is in your backyard, but your second project is in Portugal. Tell me about that and why Portugal?
Very good question. And, again, I'm European of descent, and I think people maybe even in North America don't even know much about mining in Europe generally, right? As a matter of fact, Portugal, based on the Fraser Mining Institute ranking that's done every year, I think 2 years ago they came 5th in the world as the most friendly mining jurisdiction in the world. So Portugal has both a long history of mining, very good geological endowment, and an excellent infrastructure. So we were fortunate enough to come across a very and highly experienced geologist who's actually our exploration manager. We have the guy that ran Lundin Mining, the big Lundin Mining exploration in Europe for 7 years as Goldplay's exploration manager. So his name is Jose Mario Branco, and he is the guy that's actually identified those 4 projects as being available for licensing straight from the government. So Goldplay basically it's in the final stages of getting those applications finalized so that we can begin work on the ground. And why Portugal and why those projects? Well, we wanted to balance our portfolio. We have a very exciting discovery stage project in BC that's, could be a nice thing for us here, and we are very hopeful it will be. But then we are adding some brownfields projects in Portugal that 3 of the 4 have historical mining. We're adding another exposure to commodity that's very popular these days, copper, and yet more gold, right? So it's really an effort to balance a little bit portfolio from early stage exploration to more advanced projects that we'll be focusing on as soon as we get those licenses across the line.
Mm-hmm. So one of the questions, of course, investors are going to ask, okay, you've got a number of potential projects that you can all start to explore. or potentially develop, and so on. Do you have financing in place to be able to go after multiple, or are you focused in on one or two at the moment so that you are, preserving your financial resources?
Yeah, it's a good question. So, currently Goldplay has more than $2 million free cash flow in its hands. We expect to spend about $500,000 thereabouts on the BC project, the stage 1 this year. So that still frees up some money to do initial work in Spain once the licenses are completely granted to us. My goal is every time we're going to be raising money, we want to be able to raise it hopefully at higher prices. And the way you do that, you try to create real value for the money you got. So my objective right now from the money we got is to expand in BC so we can hopefully get some great results and excitement from there. And in Portugal, because of the fact that it's a historical mine, one of the projects, a copper project that has historical production, even a historical resource, we will be planning to do some drilling this hopefully late summer, early fall in in Portugal. And the beauty about Portugal, again, once the license is granted, you can actually drill. There's no more requirement for a drilling permit. So it's a beautiful project where, we can move very quickly into drilling. And also that project comes with tons and tons of data. So it will be a very well planned drilling campaign, a bit small initially to try to generate interest and show the value. And then in an effort to raise additional capital to do a proper and much larger exploration plan in Portugal.
You're going to have a lot of news this year. It will be probably a steady stream of releases that we'll be getting from you. We're out of time today, but what I'm hoping and what I'm prompting here is an invitation for you to come back and give us an update in a couple of months.
More than happy to do that, and more than happy to ask investors to keep in touch with us. Feel free to go on our website, subscribe to our newsletter, and we are doers. We are not promoters. We are people that have a track record in the mining space and the reputation to defend. And the only way we're going to defend our reputation is by delivering. So that goes for me, and I can talk about everybody in my board and the management team. They feel the same. So, we have big ambitions here, and we have to prove it. So off to the races now.
Good. I look forward to seeing you again on this program and hearing those exciting updates. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.